Hello, beautiful souls. So, it's time for a little Sheila rant. But first, San Paulo, because I don't like the smell of it. It is not tasteful to me. So I figure it's a good thing to use right now because there's a bunch of things that I don't like right now. So let's start by using all of our senses to actually see what it is that we don't like. What is appalling to you? What are you sick of? And let's see, we might get through all of this to a place of peace and harmony. Let's have a think about that. So, my rant today, where's my rattle? My rant today is the idea of 100% responsible. You know, I talk about it all the time, right? You've heard me say that. We are 100% responsible for exactly where we are. Hey, Meg. So, let's do a little rattling on that. Hey, Lorraine. So, I'm tired of being 100% responsible. I'm sick of it. I want someone else to be 100% responsible. The problem, the problem becomes that if someone else is 100% responsible and you give up your responsibility, then you're no longer in control. And one of the things that we humans are addicted to is control. Abso-frickin-lutely. So, when you're 100% responsible, which I'm finding annoying just now, and you might be too, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And so let me remind you to put up your protection. So I'm just going to take a moment and do that right now. Because in actuality, I haven't done it yet today. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to energize our hands. We're going to put our hands above our heads here. Touch your fingertips. And you're going to bring your hands forcefully with a big sound whoosh down to the side, and you're going to shove that energy 6 feet into the ground. So here we go, fingertips touching, whoosh! Nice. Now shove that energy down into the ground 6 feet and turn just the top of you and do the same thing here. Fingertips touching, down to the side, whoosh! And shove that energy all the way down there. Now bring your hands in front of your face. Touch your heart. Turn just the top of you. Arms out to the side. And here we go. All right. Now you are protected. You are inside of what I call a cosmic egg. So I actually feel a little better for having done that. I hope you feel better too. So in the spiritual community, I don't know about others because I'm not there. In the spiritual community, there's this idea that you are 100% responsible for exactly where you are, for exactly the lessons you've attracted, whether they're physical, emotional, financial, spiritual, etheric, whatever they are. And that your frequency, your vibration has gone right out there and attracted right exactly where you are. 100% responsible. Well, it's time to have a sip. Oh. So, put thumbs up if you actually believe that. If you believe that you're 100% responsible for everything in your life. Just give me a little thumbs up. because I know I'm not alone. I can see ya. Evelina, nice. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm talking about being 100% responsible for everything in my life. Yes, there's a thumbs up. Somebody's owning up to thinking that. And that's what we're taught, right? We're taught we're 100% responsible. Yeah. And so if I'm 100% responsible, and at this moment, at this moment, there are some things in my life that I want differently. And if I am 100% responsible, since I am, then it's my responsibility, my ability to respond differently. And actually, just because I'm drumming this, I'm feeling a little more relaxed about that. So this is the beautiful part of drumming. So if you want to make a drum, put drum down there, and you can join me on June 26th to make a drum. So, hey Verge, good to see you. So I'm talking about 100% responsible for your life. And for most of us, we're not in a place where we're happy with everything in our life. We're in a place where we're discontent. Now, sometimes we hide it from ourselves. We say, oh, well, maybe that's not for me. Or, no, I really don't want that, when we give up too soon. So a couple of days ago, I was talking about the East and the attributes of the East being perseverance, tenacity, objectivity, and the ability to rise above to a different vision. And then yesterday, I talked about how if you have a distorted vision, then you're going to have a distorted version, and you're not going to get the outcome that you desire. I also talked about how sometimes these things, these obstacles, are only as big as that rattlehead right there, but it stops us. So today, let's do this thing together. Let's drum that away. Let's allow us, hey Paula, let's allow us to define success for ourselves. To look at those places where we truly are not happy and own it. It's okay to not be happy with your life. It's all right. As a matter of fact, it's the only way you're going to grow and change, is if you're discontent. So it's okay to get on your frickin' high horse and be mad about shit. It's okay to have an opinion. And it's even okay to state your opinion, even if no one agrees with you. So this 100% responsibility that I claimed, well, I want to be 100% responsible in some places, but not in others. So what's up with that? Well, there's a part of us, all of us, it might only be as big as that rattlehead right there, that doesn't actually get on board with our vision. That's why I love vision boards. I love collages. You can look at it and you can go, oh, that's for me. And you can come into right alignment of being 100% responsible for that. with no conflict. Because we have this ridiculous idea that seeing is believing. And so, according to Don Miguel Ruiz, we've all been domesticated into believing that. Discontent leads to change. Hell yeah. I mean, if you're complacent, if you're like, oh, well, you know, this is just the way the world is, and oh, I just have to put up with this. Well, sisters, I'm telling you, that ain't what got us the vote. So, put on your big girl panties and speak up, stand up. Be willing to be 100% responsible. And start with the stuff you put in your mouth. And start with the stuff that you take into your eyes. If you're watching the snooze, give your head a shake. There ain't nothing happening out there that you haven't generated. 100% responsible. And if you're not loving everything you're seeing or feeling or hearing or tasting, the snooze is what I call the news, because you may as well just go to sleep. You may as well just turn on the snooze and have a nap, and when it's done, wake up again. Because what you're seeing ain't worth believing. So stop watching. Don't take things into your consciousness that are not going to elevate you. And when someone says you need to do something differently, don't get all affronted by it. Go, oh, I'll give that a go. And release the chains that bind you. Because the only thing that stops us from having everything we want is we give up too soon. And then there's a story. This story is about some explorers. I'm not sure where they're exploring, but they explored and they explored and they explored some more, and they had trials and tribulations in rivers and mountains, and they stopped. And be danged if they weren't 12 miles from the coast. They'd gone from one coast of whatever country it was to another, and they stopped 12 miles short of that. So whenever I'm somewhere and haven't gotten where I want to go, because honestly, once you achieve something, I mean, we don't stop down here in spring. We're not stuck down here in spring. We're going towards summer solstice. And then we're going to go towards autumn equinox and winter solstice, around and around and around, because that's what we do. So don't give up on yourself. It's okay to be pissed off that you're 100% responsible for your predicament, circumstance, situation, lifestyle. It's okay to own that. And if it ain't what you want, it's okay to go, I want more. It's okay to keep growing, to keep improving, to I don't know what that is, to keep growing, changing, evolving, and becoming more and more enlightened. Lighten up. And so when I find myself doing this thing where I'm like pissed off about something, like 100% responsible. I don't want to be 100% responsible. I want someone else to be responsible. Oh, but what if they don't do it the way I want them to? Then I get into conflict. So when I find that, I don't stop myself from the feeling. As a matter of fact, I get right here and I share that feeling with you. Because I've heard a lot of folks recently going, oh my God, I don't know what's going on, but this is crazy. So drum it out. Rattle it out. Shake it off. And don't let anything stop you. Not even yourself. And sometimes you have to take yourself right into the bathroom mirror and you have to look at yourself and you have to go, you know what? Are you really doing your best? That's a great question. And I love to add this. Are you doing your highest and best or better? Because if you're not, and you own that, and you know that you are 100% responsible, then what are you going to do about it? Success is important. You know, when lionesses go out for the kill, when the pride goes out for a kill, they're not thinking, oh, I wonder if I can do this. They're thinking, we're going to take that animal down. That's what they're thinking. They don't go part way and then pause for a moment and go, oh, I wonder if it's going to work. They keep on going. Now, they are not always successful. You know, I see heron and eagles and turns every day. They're up there, they're hovering, boom, nothing. They're up there, they're hovering, nothing. Over and over and over again. But they don't stop. So don't stop yourself. Set the bar high. Allow yourself to take 100% responsibility for wherever you are. That means if something is happening in your little world that isn't going the way you want it, well, here's what I discovered. I didn't train that person about that. So I can't expect, if I don't show you how, I can't expect you to do it. So that's why earlier I showed you how to put up protection. It's very important if you're walking around in the world, if you're here with me, that you're most likely an empath. We pick up everything and we think it's ours because we haven't been trained differently. But now there's that possibility, there's that potential to learn how to put up your protection, how to walk in the world, how to train people, how to teach, how to train people how to treat you. No one comes along absolutely knowing. That's not the way it works. What you do is you train them. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's teaching respect and honor. All right, 100% responsible. So define success for yourself. Don't let someone else define it. Yep, teach people how to treat you. Because otherwise they won't know. And they'll be treating you however, and they'll think that it's okay, and you're not happy with it, but they don't know. So you just have to say, you know what, that doesn't really work for me. But so here's what does. And you tell them. It's not a secret. You know, I love all that love that happens over there. And so people know that. They also know that I stand for love. And And some days when I'm faced with, I'm 100% responsible for right here where I am, and I'm loving on myself, I gotta just say, huh. And then I go, oh, what's the lesson here? Well, the lesson is that I didn't teach that person exactly how I wanted. So guess what? Life is a lesson, right? And it's about as good as we let it be. So define that for yourself. Define success for yourself. Define your life for yourself. What kind of a lifestyle do you want? You know, that's a new word. It wasn't around when I was a kid. Nobody talked about, my parents did not go, oh, I wonder what kind of a lifestyle I want. That's new. And we have that kind of freedom. So what kind of a lifestyle do you want? And one of my guides told me, in order to find it, you must define it. So start to define it. What is it that makes you feel good? That's all success is. Success is just, feel good. So define it for yourself. Take a few moments. I call it sit and sip. So get yourself a cup of tea or bevy of your choice and sit down and write down for yourself. Let yourself express this. What kind of a lifestyle do I want? What is success for me? And if you haven't thought about being successful and you've done anything, like you learned to crawl and sit and stand and walk and talk, you've been successful. We're successful our whole lives. We just don't think about it like that. So grab yourself a beverage, sit down, write down what it means to be 100% responsible and your definition of success. All right, let's give away some love so we can get some, because that's how it works. First you give and then you receive, and then you give and then you receive. It's that infinity sign. Okay, here we go. Now place your hands on your heart, right on your chest up here, and feel yourself. You know, most of us don't take a moment to actually touch ourselves. And now what we're going to do is we're going to open freely to give, accept, and embrace all that the universe has for us. One more time. I open freely to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept, big bowls with your hands, and embrace, put it in your heart, all that the universe has for me. One more time. I open freely to give, accept, and embrace all that the universe has for me. Namaste, aho, bliss, and in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. All right, I'll see you. Bye-bye, loves.